Greetings heroes and welcome to the Atheneum. In today's video we'll explore the Wanderer, a character surrounded by secrets and mystery. She was sneakily introduced in 2021 as a boss dungeon modifier, but with the Vindication event her story expanded immensely. We'll take a deep dive into the Wanderer's lore, motives, backstory and powers. Enjoy! The Wanderer was first introduced with the Wanderer boss modifier in 2021, and her lines of dialogue hinted at a future involvement in the story. She was hunting Oryx's followers and subordinates, just as us, the heroes. But why? Where did she come from? And what is her purpose? All of this was answered with the Vindication event, during which her backstory was revealed through lore letters dropped during the event. The Wanderer's journal is where her backstory is explained. Let's look at each one of these letters together and discuss them. I am plagued by recurring nightmares. They all reflect the same thing, my home, its peaceful atmosphere quickly morphing to one of utter chaos. The warning bells ring out as an army marches on the horizon. Thousands of soldiers armed to the teeth surge forth. They rip apart our guards with mere moments, and from there they start butchering civilians without impunity. I hide in the sewers, watching from the grates as my entire world is set on fire. Amid all stands a figure clad in obsidian, commanding his minions to destroy everything I have ever known. It was then that I awoke my power. Many would call it a gift, but to me, it's a reminder. The first page is pretty straightforward. We find out that the Wanderer is haunted by nightmares of Oryx destroying and killing everyone in her village. This was probably during Oryx's conquest of the realm, and the destroyed village of her might very well be the villages we see in the lowlands. Two big pieces of information is that the Wanderer originates from the realm. That means that she's probably fighting for the realm. And second piece of information is that the Wanderer awoke her powers in that moment. That is important because in this season on the Battle Pass we get an item called Wanderer's Cape, and the flavor text goes like this: a simple weather-beaten green cloak. It doesn't endow great powers, it conceals them until the time is right. So this was probably the cape the Wanderer was wearing when her powers awoke, and the cape she is currently wearing right now. This tells us that the powers do not come from the equipment, but they come from her, from within. The equipment just allows it to manifest. I have been in search of greater strength almost all my life, working towards the singular goal of enacting revenge against the Mad God. Unfortunately, I feel myself reaching the limit of my physical power. It seems to be time to explore other potential avenues, starting with my gift. This power allows me to rip open holes in our reality, creating passage from one place within the realm to another. Thus far, I have simply willed it to happen, and it did. I used it to travel the lands, seeking anyone willing to train me, but never have I tried to attain a deeper understanding into its limits. Short-sighted as it might have been to miss it before, this is probably my only other option for dealing with a being that seemingly cannot die. Well, the second page of her journal verifies to us that she is indeed working against Oryx and that the revenge is her main motivation. It also tells us how she started training her gift, which is opening holes in reality to travel from place to place. With this gift, she ventured into the realm, meeting allies and training with those that shared her ambition. Little spoiler, she later recruited those allies she trained with for her future plans. The page ends with her saying how her gift might be the only way to stop an undying foe like Oryx. Great strides have been made in experimentation with my powers. I have found that I am capable of imbuing fragments of my power into objects, allowing a rift to be opened by any I grant one to. That alone isn't very useful, but I have also found something interesting. A place akin to the nexus those heroes reside in, another dimension separate from the realm itself. It has eternally dark skies, and no signs of any living creatures. Within this place I can feel it, or rather a lack of it. Oryx's influence is nowhere to be found. I think I am beginning to come up with a plan involving this place. For this I am going to need a lot more strength, and despite my apprehension to leaving my fate in the hands of others, I'll need allies as well. The third and last page reveals to us how her training got incredible results. Now she can bound her power to objects, and this will allow her to use the teleportation ability multiple times in battle with objects, or even share the ability with her allies. The other big thing this page reveals is how the Wanderer found the Interregnum, which is the dungeon that released in Vindication. This is a place separate from the realm and its dimension, with no influence of Oryx anywhere, and in contrast to the Nexus, it has a vast darkness. This will become her main headquarters, and basically the plan she seeks to put in motion and the allies she wants to recruit. This all happened during Vindication, which we will extensively cover in an upcoming video. This was a tiny introduction and backstory to the Wanderer, to better understand the events that have happened in Vindication and with the creation of the Syndicate, which, as I said, we will cover in an upcoming video. Heroes, I hope you enjoyed your visit to the Atheneum today. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you next time.